So I tried living with a dumb phone for a week and here is how it went. I've been wanting to change my phone for a while and I've always had the desire to return to using a flip phone. I'm a big fan of nostalgia and I always thought that it would be nice to go back to a time where technology was less developed. I always feel like those were better times, you know, more genuine human-to-human connection, less distractions, and more focus on the present, on the things that actually matter. So when I found out about flip phones, aka dumb phones, that were trending all over the internet, I took it as a sign or an excuse to get a new phone. So one of the reasons that I considered getting a flip phone was because of the buttons. Because ever since Apple came out with the phones that are like full touch screen with Face ID and slowly started phasing out those with buttons, I've had such a hard time using my phone. And the Face ID is always so buggy and I really miss those where I could use my fingerprint. So I need a flip phone that is dumb but smart enough to do what I want it to do. You know, I would love to go off the grid and live like a social media free lifestyle, and I believe I actually can. But because I'm a model, I have to maintain my social media, so there are some applications that I cannot do without. Number one, Maps. So Maps is super important for me to get anywhere, especially if I have like a casting in a foreign place, and I also love to use Maps to like save places like food places or like places I want to go to. And number two, social media. So there are some non-negotiables for me like WhatsApp and Instagram, but other stuff like TikTok, Twitter/X, Reddit, YouTube, these are like good to have but not like super necessary for me. So even though my dumb phone will have these applications, I feel like it will be less likely for me to doom scroll because I feel like the user interface will be less friendly as a touchscreen phone. Number three, Googling. So I Google everything, like for example how to stand up to a tiger if I'm stuck in the woods, which probably will never happen to me, but you never know. The thing though about dumb phones is that the storage is usually really limited, so you can't actually store much on it, which is good in the way that it forces you to only have the essential stuff on your phone. But if you want to store things like more applications, photos, videos, it's going to be quite challenging. I realize that I won't be able to take amazing quality videos and photos on my dumb phone anyway, I think, so photography and videography is kind of out of the question. But it's not really a problem because I have like a few cameras I could use if I really wanted to take videos and photos. So I went down the rabbit hole and started to do a ton of research on dumb phones. The different brands still producing them, softwares, operating systems, bandwidth, storage, etc, etc. Because honestly there was so much to research. It's so complicated. But anyway, in the end I settled with the Freetel Mode 1 Retro 2 over a few other candidates. The only way I could get this was online, so I went searching on eBay and other sites. But I didn't want to get this at inflated prices, and because this phone was made by a Japanese company, I went on Japanese websites and I started bidding for phones, both new and used. After many tries and many failures, I finally got the phone. Guys, we actually won it. Oh my god! And here it is, the Freetel Mode 1 Retro 2 in white. Let's go ahead and unbox this baby. It's a very tiny phone and it came packaged like that. I got a new one in the color white, and this is like a Japanese K-tie. They call it a K-tie. So as you can see, there's a display for the time here and also a camera at the back. And it's in like a leather finish. There's two colors for this phone, white and black, and I got the one in white just because it was available, but I would have preferred the black one because the white one I feel like the leather will yellow very quickly, so it's not the best, but I take what I can get. So some specs about this phone is that it runs Android 13 OS, which is one of the most advanced versions in a dumb phone. It's going to be a real challenge for me to switch to Android from iOS. So it has a 48 megapixel rear camera and also a 13 megapixel front camera, so we'll try that out later. The best thing is that you can use Google Play to download apps such as, YouTube, TikTok, whatever. The phone comes with 64 gig of storage, which is actually a lot for a dumb phone, but you can insert a micro SD card up to 1 terabyte if you want more storage. Oh my goodness! Hello? This looks like my grandmother's phone, guys. But first I have to figure out like a few things about how to use this phone. Let's peel off the sticker. Oh my goodness! Okay, the thing about this is you can use the buttons, but you can also, I think it's touch screen. The phone came in Japanese, so I don't understand anything, and the touch screen is a lot smaller and a lot harder to use. If I want to type a message, I literally have to go through the old style way of typing, which is gonna make me not want to text anyone or not want to do anything online, which is good, I guess. Let's try out the camera. So this is the front camera. Let's take a selfie and see how it fares. That sound, oh my god. And that was the rear camera. Now I want to try the front camera. Okay. This is so fun to use. This is a video on the Freetel Mode 1 Retro 2, so it looks like Android. Alright, so first things first, there are already a few apps that are pre-installed. So we have like Google, Gmail. We even have YouTube pre-installed, so that's pretty impressive. So I'm gonna go ahead and insert my SIM card, transfer everything over. So I just inserted a SIM card and I'm gonna try calling my boyfriend to see how it sounds like on the other side. Button ASMR. Hello?
Hello?
How's the sound quality?
Not bad lah.
The audio quality was actually pretty good. So like why I got this phone even though it's ugly, right? It's because it runs on one of the latest Android OS. So I'm able to install a lot of applications. This would be such a great phone to use in Europe because honestly, who's gonna want to steal a flip phone? Nobody's gonna try and rob me, Okay, so now I'll be using this phone as my only phone for next week, and the goal is not to cheat by using my iPhone. So let's see how dependent I am on my iPhone and if I can survive without it. Okay, day one of using the flip phone as my main phone. Right away, I'm loving how light it is compared to my Apple. The only thing is the battery life is not amazing and it depletes faster than my iPhone. It says that there's more than 2 days left, but that's not true, and it also gets quite hot quite easily. I still have to figure out how to type properly on it though, because right now I'm still just typing on the screen. Day 2. My boyfriend finally figured out how to type with the buttons. By now though, I already noticed a decrease in the usage of my phone. Because it's so troublesome to type on and scroll, I find myself losing the urge to use social media and do other unnecessary things on my phone. It's great that it does all the things that a phone needs to do, but not much more. The camera quality is also surprisingly decent. Look at the photos that it took. Already though, the inconvenience of exiting the Apple ecosystem is starting to show. Because the phone runs on Android, it can't connect to my Apple Watch, so I can't sync it with my runs. Day 3. I used it as my alarm and the alarm ringtone was so zen. And anyway, today I'm shopping for accessories to put on my phone because it literally looks like my grandmother's Nokia phone right now. I found some stickers and pasted it on, but these peel off really easily, so I went online to order some more. Have I already said how I absolutely love how small and light it is and how easy it is to carry around? But then, exactly because it is too small, it's so hard for me to watch YouTube. So I find myself big time procrastinating less with YouTube now. The next day, I brought my phone out with me on a day out. I was a lot more productive doing work because I wasn't using my phone much. So there was no unnecessary doom scrolling or social media use. However, I noticed that the image quality when uploaded on an iPhone versus uploaded on the Android actually makes a difference. My friends say it looks the same, but I am 100% sure there is a difference. I also went to meet my friends, and as expected, they were really amused by my phone. After meeting my friends, I had to take the public transport home, but I realized I didn't bring my wallet and also I didn't have my iPhone for Apple Pay. Okay, I just finished meeting my friends and I'm at the train right now, but I didn't realize that I don't even have Apple Pay to go onto the train. I have no card whatsoever, so I can't even buy a train ticket, so I'm stuck. Okay, apparently my phone can support Google Pay, so I'm gonna try to go into the train with Google Pay. I don't know if it will. Let's see. Oh my god, please. I discovered that the Freetel actually has NFC and I could use Google Pay with it. No! Oh, it works! Day 5 and 6. The week is coming to an end and I'm getting used to the phone. It's easy to make contactless payment with, and you can even scan QR codes so I can order food online with no problems. I realized that I'm living more in the moment instead of scrolling through my phone or doing other things to occupy my free time. Anyway, I received my charms and stickers. So, I finally got all the decorations and stickers in my mail. So let's open them up. I bought some nail stickers for the phone and a few cute keychains. I know, why do I need so many keychains, right? Okay, now my phone looks decent and I don't look like a granny from the Middle Ages. I can also use Bluetooth on this so I can connect it with my AirPods and listen to music with no problem. I love pressing the buttons so much as opposed to using a full-size screen. Which actually brings me to a problem. Many of the applications are not optimized for the button operations, so it's very hard and sometimes impossible to navigate the applications with only the buttons. So I end up having to use the touch screen, which is really troublesome and defeats the entire purpose. Okay, so now it's day 7 of using the flip phone and I'm gonna talk about my overall thoughts about it. So generally, I do find myself using the phone less, which is both a good thing and a bad thing. So on one hand, I almost completely gave up using social media and scrolling through unnecessary things, which meant that I was spending more time in the present and picking up hobbies again. I also became more productive because I checked my phone less. But on the other hand, all the problems that it caused me with the user interface problems and application problems, it meant that I was wasting more time on things like slower typing and slower navigation through actually essential applications. So the question is, will I continue using the dumb phone? My honest answer is no. The thing is, sometimes I wish I could say yes, just go off the grid and live without a smartphone. Realistically though, in this day and age, I find that so much is dependent on having a smartphone that I found myself going through unnecessary trouble using a dumb phone. And I think this is also partly because of my line of work where I do have to keep up with social media and have like a good quality camera. So I think the key is really to find a balance between smartphone usage and offline living. And I do believe it's ultimately up to us, to create healthy habits with our phone, controlling our usage of it instead of letting it control us. So thank you for watching this video of me using a smartphone for 7 days. I hope you enjoyed it and I'll see you next time on my channel. Bye!